Hello. Hello. Look at this ugly tree. Pine trees. This is my place. Just need to mow my lawn. Let me hit the radio.
Wednesday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Thursday, partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 80s. Thursday night, partly cloudy. Lows in the upper 50s. Friday, partly cloudy. Highs in the lower 80s. Here is the forecast for southeast lower Michigan. Tonight, mostly clear. Lows in the lower 60s. Northeast winds up to 5 miles per hour early in the evening, becoming light. Saturday, mostly sunny. Highs in the mid-80s. South winds up to 5 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear. Lows in the mid-60s.
You see right there,
Southwest winds up to 5
I made a
miles per
cut.
hour. And now the
Did the same on this guy.
tonight, mostly clear.
And try to keep them a little shorter. Maybe they'll form a split. I'm gonna transplant him. I think it's time to harvest the potatoes. I think I might do that early tomorrow. Leave them to dry out for the day. You like that, don't you? Pretty good. This guy's trying to go away. Line him right back up onto here. There, see? That one's still crawling across the ground. Looks like critters have gotten at it quite a bit. Maybe it's been stepped on too. The wasps have went away for now. If you look here, that's a big ass pile of leaves. Cut that all off today. Cut it off the zucchini. This vine has grown 6 feet away from the plant. But if you look in there, see that? That's ground. You haven't seen that in a while. It's the zucchinis. I defoliated, is what they call it. It's time to harvest this. Gonna do that this weekend. It's big and it's solid. Just say it's pretty good. This one's gonna be first though. That one looks like a perfect cabbage to me. I mean, that's beautiful. The votes came in, and cabbage A was the one that went to my sister. Although there was only one vote, but it was a good one. I took it to my sister yesterday. Just want to take a peek here. You see these leaves are browning and turning over. I wanted to see if I could pull the garlic out. Okay, that's what I got. Very small garlic clove. Very small. I think I could probably wait a little longer. I don't know. I think it's ready. I don't know much about it, but they don't look like they've got... I mean, they've got to be ready. didn't come out. Okay, well, I guess we're going for it, aren't we? If I gotta dig, I'll show you why women love these 2 fingers. Yeah, there it is. See? Straight up. It's not real big. They're small. I'm gonna take it. Let's say that's good. Here's another. Nope. It didn't come up. Oh wow, that ground is hard, no wonder. Okay. Pause. Okay, well, I went and got a tool to do that last one, because ain't nobody gonna love my fingers if they don't work. Especially me. Worked at a slaughterhouse, and after I left that job, I realized how close I was to losing my hands. Yeah. I don't mind doing this with the garlic. I plan to get some more garlic. And, bastard. Yeah. I'm making room for carrots. I want to grow more root crops for winter. And carrots would be a good one. So I'll uproot these, and then this whole spot right here will be carrots. Potentially a lot of carrots. I plan to mix in some of my compost. That's a pretty good one there. Plan to mix in some of my compost when I turn this ground. Fucking grasshopper. Fuck you. Anyway, plan to mend the soil with compost that I have. I got some that's dirt already. I just threw some other stuff on top of it for now, and I'm gonna pull that off, and then I'll get this. And that's a real small one. It's still garlic. Okay. Say that's it. Okay, garlic has been harvested. That cabbage there is gonna be rabbit food. I missed it. See, this one and this one actually had 2 in the same spot, and I came out here when they were going and I cut the other one out. This one I missed, so if you look, you can see it's really having a hard time forming because it's 2 plants fighting for all the same nutrients, so it just isn't going to happen. Let's go ahead and move over to the zucchini. I'll show you what I did. Obviously, you've seen all this. Now, I almost think I want to pull this beet up too, because he's gotten beat up the last couple days. And if you look here, I almost think it's time. I'm going to pull it. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He was already above the ground. Barely above the ground. That's for my son. Next year, plan to have more beets. It is a root crop. I wonder if I can plant some now. I'll have to research that. But there's a beet. And I imagine this one will be okay to leave. So we'll potentially have another beet. Pull that weed out of the way. Okay. Why that beet was almost all above the ground is beyond me. But you could see it was that much above the ground. And that is how big it is. So that's my first beet. Put that with the garlic over here. Alright, now let's take a step over here. Now when I cleaned up this area, I found 4 cucumbers sitting down in here. And one of them was a pickling cucumber, and that thing was fat. Let's just say that. Now if you look through here, you can see this is quite a bit thinner. Alright, and I'm happy. Because it was a little scary to defoliate so much. But I learned how to do it. And then I did it. Alright? And that should be a lesson for anybody to have to learn. Learn to do some shit even when it is scary. I mean, the reality is, I see a fucking red tomato. Holy shit. I guess my point is, I recently was asked to mow some grass for somebody who was apparently too busy. When asked why their son, who is, he's grown, he's fully grown, he's 15 years old, he's 15, and he doesn't mow the grass. And when asked why, it's because it intimidates him, and if it intimidates him, it's not good for him to do. That was the excuse. That ain't looking real good. See that damage? I don't know how much life that one will have. There's another one laying next to it. I don't know much to do about that other than just to leave them be. So that's what I'm gonna do, is leave it be, and hopefully it'll be okay, and if not, then it won't. That's about the best I can say about it. But, you know, is he gonna be too scared to drive a car? Because if a lawnmower is too intimidating to use, a car is much more dangerous for himself and others. So, as far as I'm concerned, that's just picking and choosing, and parents not being parents. Right? Parents not being parents. You gotta parent your children for them. Teach them how to do the things. But if you're not the type that can do shit right either, I guess you probably wouldn't have much to teach a kid. So I guess there's that. Anyway, here's another thing. If you haven't noticed yet, I've shown you a couple times on these poles. Let's take a nice look at these tomato plants. Look at the difference here. Alright? Look at that. See all the tomatoes? Any ideas why I did it like this? See what I missed? Let me shut this off. Alright, well, that one I missed is going to come off too. Let me walk over there. Anyway, what I did here, see I got a red one on the bottom already. Hey, shit. It's awesome. What I did there is tomatoes were not ripening. I've had tomatoes on here for a while and they were not ripening. I took some off of the tree, off the vine, and the ones I took off of the vine, they come on, break, I'm trying to break a sucker branch off. It just doesn't want to come. Come on, you bitch. Ah, there we go. It's It's a big one too. Alright, hopefully I didn't hurt the plant too much. Alright, anyway, the thing is, this tree, this one needs to go up. Look at that root, or that stalk. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving it. I'm not messing with it. Some of these are bent from the weight pushing down, but I've got them strapped to the pole. Anyway, the point is, you need to get the fruit some sunlight for it to ripen. And the ones I took off that were still green stayed green for well over a week before they ripened. So the lesson is, give them sun. Give them sun. The recommendation was 30%. I probably did at least 30, maybe up to 50%, depending on the vine. That's blight from damage. Blight is disease. It's another reason I defoliated. It was recommended to keep the old growth from turning to disease. So if you see all those tomatoes now, should very soonly turn and be ripe. I already seen a few that are ripening quite well. And mind you, these are cherry tomatoes. Okay, these are cherry tomatoes. And these things, these are big. I mean, look how big 3 of those are. I'm going to put 4. 4 is a handful. Alright, 4 is a handful. That is the biggest cherry tomatoes I've ever seen. Alright, and they taste delicious. As you can see, we're one short. Darn it, where did it go? Anyway, that's what I really wanted to show you. Look at all that. Look at all that. Yeah, do the things. Gotta bless your works. Be thankful for what he gives you. Do well with it. If you're trusted with some and you do well, you'll be trusted with more. Time will show. Alright, have a good one. Maybe tonight I'll film a little nighttime adventure since we got some room to move around. We'll see, but it's coming.